morning. I am Esther Rani, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In this video, we are going to discuss about the topic on remote sensing. Remote sensing. What is remote sensing? Remote sensing is nothing but it is the capturing the information of a object without a physical contact with it is called as the remote sensing. This remote sensing is most commonly used for the capturing the information of a object is called as the remote sensing. The major components of the remote sensing are, first one is satellites, where the satellite is the important thing that captures the information without a physical contact with the surface or the area is called as the satellite. Next process is analysis, analyzing the process. Next one, imaginary software carriers, classification, drones. These are all the components that are used for the remote sensing. Next one is components of remote sensing. First one, in remote sensing we require an energy source. This energy source is the main part in remote sensing. The energy source is nothing but the sunlight. Next one is the atmosphere. For determining an object, we require an atmosphere. Next one is the target. The target area or the target object can be an area, can be an object, can be of any type of object of interest. It can be of any part of the land surface or any part of the object. That is the target. Next one is the sensor. It is the main part in the sensor that senses the images, that captures the image is called as the sensor. Next one is the platform. Platform is nothing but the satellite. The sensor will be placed inside the platform, the satellite, so that the sensor captures the information of the objects without a physical contact with the surface or the target area. Next one is the data transmission. Data transmission and reception. That is data transmission. The captured or the observed data from the sensor will be transmitted to a transmitters, where the transmitters receives all the information from the sensors of the objects. Next one is the data processing and analysis. Data processing and analysis is nothing but we are going to interrupt the data that is got from the sensors. We are going to analyze the captured data is called as the data processing and analysis. Next one is application. Application is nothing but the captured data. It is going to be applied in a particular thing is called as the application. Next one is, it is the pictorial representation of the remote sensing. First component is the A component. A is nothing but the sunlight. It is the energy source. Next, when the energy source, the sunlight travels to the surface, and the satellites that observes that captures the object. Next one, the captured information will be sent to the transmitters, where the transmitters will receive all the analyzed all the data, and it will be transferring to the satellites, where the interruption it is transferred to the transmission area, where the informations will be analyzed, and it is used for a particular application. These are the components of the remote sensing. Next one, there are two types of remote sensing. First one is active remote sensing. Second one is passive remote sensing. Active remote sensing is nothing but the information that will be gathered from the earth surface. It does not require any energy source. That is called as the active remote sensing. Next one is passive remote sensing. Passive remote sensing is nothing but it requires an energy source. That is, it requires a sunlight. That is called as the passive remote sensing. The information will be indirectly captured to the satellite is called as the passive remote sensing. Next one, this is the passive remote sensing, where the remote sensing requires a sunlight, where the sunlight gives a energy source so that the information is gathered from the earth surface to the satellite is called as the passive remote sensing. Next one is active remote sensing, where it does not require any energy source so that the informations are captured straight directly from the earth surface to the satellite, and the satellite after gathering all the informations, the satellite transfers all the informations to the data processing area and to the data analysis, and finally it will be applied for a specific area. It is called as the remote sensing. Next one, these are all the wavelengths of the visible light. First one is gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared and radio waves. These are all the increasing wavelength of the rays. Next, in advancement of the remote sensing is called as the GIS. GIS, there are 5 components of GIS. First one is the people, methods, data, hardware and software. These are the major components of the GIS. GIS is nothing but geological information system. These are majorly used in nowadays. Next one is sensor in remote sensing, and there are 4 types of sensor. First one is passive sensors, active sensors, satellite sensors, airborne sensors. Passive sensors is nothing but it requires a sunlight. Active sensors is nothing but the satellite itself captures all the informations. Next one, satellite sensors. Satellite sensors is nothing but the satellites itself gathers the information. Next one, airborne sensors is nothing but the aeroplane or any other parachute, any other airborne sensors will be used for this types of remote sensing. These are all the 4 sensor types that are used in the remote sensing process.